Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a little food for thought. I thought I'd do a little daily food consumption for y'all, give y'all some ideas. And I've been doing a bunch of gun talkabouts and stuff. So today we're going to be talking about food, so stay tuned. Alright y'all, it's fall, it's bulking season, so I thought I'd kind of go over what I eat to eat lean still, but get a bunch of calories in. I eat a lot of carbs. Carbs are not the enemy. They're the easiest for your body to burn, whereas fat, 1 gram of fat's 9 calories, 1 gram of carb is 4 calories, so, and all you really need fat for is brain function. Carbs are your energy, and of course proteins your for your muscle growth. The calculation I use to calculate my protein and my fat, because they're my constant, my carbs are up and down. For protein, I do 2.4 times your body weight in kilograms. So if you know your body weight in pounds, divide it by 2.2. And then for fat, it's 0.3 times your body weight in pounds. And that's how I calculate my fat. That comes from a bodybuilding coach I spoke to some back in the day. That's his formula for all his clients, so that's what I still use. So, said, if you're not real lean, I don't suggest bulking. Work on getting lean down a little bit. They say, you know, most people we talk to, 15% body fat or less. That's a good idea, because you already got excess fat stores more than likely to help burn and fuel, and you need to work off. But anyway, let's get into it. My overnight oats every day. These are low in fat, high carbs, high protein. There's a video I showed y'all how to make them. That's right after the gym, about 4:30, depending on what time I get there. Then about 7:30ish, after I've gotten to work and kind of settled in and some of my meetings over, I do a bagel. I change it up every week. Different flavors. Bagels are 10 grams of protein and like 1 gram of fat. And these are 53 carbs. I have that at 7:30 along with a scoop of protein. I use this Rise at work with a serving. I don't just load it up with cream cheese. I use actual serving. That's my kind of first mid-morning snack. Then about 9:30, I'm usually getting a little bit hungry again. Ain't quite lunch. I'll have a couple of slices of like cinnamon raisin bread. Another one, like I said, for 2 slices, you're looking at 3 grams of fat, 40 carbs, and 4 grams of protein. That just kind of holds me over to lunch. This week for lunch, just got them off the grill. I'll have 3 hamburger patties. This is lean beef, I think 97.3, with a slice of, this is provolone. Got them loaded up with the blend by Kinder's. See, I just loaded down with that. And then a sweet potato for my carbs at lunch. Throwing them in the microwave. Good little carb source there, good lean. I really like sweet potatoes, and you can take and go to the popcorn aisle, grocery store, and they got them little things you put on your popcorn bag. There's a Cinnabon flavor. It's like 0 calories. It's just, you put that on your sweet potato, it's just like eating a loaded sweet potato. I don't have none here with me, it's at my office. Then about 2:30, I usually have a banana and one of these Light and Fit yogurts. They got 12 grams of protein. This is toasted marshmallow. They got apple pie, it's good. Several other flavors. Then dinner. I don't eat the same thing every night for dinner just because I got a family and they don't want to eat the exact same thing every night. I do pretty much every day. So dinner's kind of my change up. This week be like pork tenderloin, one night with some potatoes. One night I think we're gonna have tilapia and rice, sirloin fajitas one night with carb balanced tortillas and stir fried vegetables or peppers and onions. That's real good. One night spaghetti. Really like spaghetti. Use 97.3 beef. And then a lot of times in protein noodles. I showed a little clip of last week's lunch was chicken Alfredo. If you do the servings, it's not bad for you. Nothing's bad for you if you consume the right amount. But anyway, dinner, like I said, we vary it up. And it is bulking season, so I kind of ease up on myself a little bit on being quite so strict. Now, once this is over and I need to cut off any body fat I might have put on, I get pretty strict, won't hardly eat out. Then after dinner, if I'm still lacking in carbs, right here, I will tear this whole bag up this week of Cocoa Pebbles, the generic brand. I buy the big bag. Don't be scared of carbs unless you're diabetic. These right here, I love these things. They're good. Fairlife skim milk. It's got 14 grams protein per cup. I usually do about a cup and a half serving with a cup of milk. Said this is my #1 carb source. Rice is the easiest carb source for your body to dispose of, where wheat and flour, that kind of thing, is a little harder to burn. And then if I'm lacking in protein, I buy these big bulk bags of this here to get my protein intake. Sometimes I don't have to, depending on lunch. Said lunch this week's 12 ounces of beef, so it's 75. Might have to have a scoop, maybe not, but like last week, that chicken Alfredo, it was a little lower in protein, so I was having to supplement at night right before I went to bed with a little protein. No big deal. That's good. You can make shakes out of it, put 1 scoop with the milk or 2 scoops of water, whatever you need. But like I said, this is just kind of a guideline. If you are trying to figure out your base calories, what you need in a day, your maintenance calories not to change, you need to use the formula I got you in MyFitnessPal. You know, you can put it in there and get you real close, but you need to be like 2 weeks. You need to be super consistent from day to day to hitting your macros. And you should, you know, if you're at MyFitnessPal, let's give you an example, it says 2,600. You eat that, you're getting your protein in, getting your fats in, carbs. And after 2 weeks, you're gaining weight. Well, knock a couple hundred calories off, go for another 2 weeks. All right, so, you know, you start losing weight then, or if you're trying to bulk. When I bulk, I don't just go from 2,700 a day to 4,000. I'll slowly ramp it up over a couple weeks. And a lot of times I'll even see a drop in body fat, but my strength and reps start going up. But I just stair step it. Same as coming down. I don't just cut out all the carbs all at once, because you'll crash, you'll start binge eating. Just slowly step it back a few hundred every week or a couple hundred, and it makes it a lot easier to go from 4,000 a day back to 2,600, 2,700 a day, or whatever your daily calorie intake is. Said this is just kind of a guideline. Everybody's body uses fuel a little different, a little more, a little less, depending on your job, your workout, just your overall lifestyle. I don't believe your metabolism goes down at 40. Like they say, and I think people just get older, broke down a lot of times, start doing less, still eating the same, so you start gaining weight. I'm pushing 40, I will be here in a few weeks. I remember growing up, all them commercials, some of y'all older folks on here may remember, they'd be in workout machines, guys would be like, I'm 40 in the best shape of my life. That's what I'm shooting for. I got a little girl I got to protect. Want to be good and athletic for her, to be able to play with her when she gets older. So just trying to keep it up. And I'm not 100% perfect on my diet, even when I'm trying to lose some weight. But overall, all this formula I give you for calculating your body or your macros has worked really well for me. A few guys I work with have used it. Works for them. It's all about consistency. Like I said, again, the fat, try to keep your fat down. It's the hardest for your body to use. You do have to have it for brain function, but you don't need 100, 150 grams a day. You need probably 50 or 60 depending on your body weight. But anyways, like I said, this is kind of an overview of my foods right now. Maybe give y'all some suggestions and ideas. Said all that stuff's pretty good and tasty. It ain't just plain old white rice. And it's all real healthy for you, low in fat. Most of these foods are healthy for you in moderation. McDonald's, Sonic, Taco Bell, not healthy for you. So anyways, like I said, y'all, please go like and subscribe and share, and thank y'all for watching.